Hello, and welcome back to the Lavelle Time Works YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be working on disassembling this Hamilton pocket watch. So just be uncut. I'm just recording this and putting it right up online, so any mistakes or anything, they'll be in the video. I picked this up the other day. I do believe it runs. I'm not going to wind it up or anything, but I've wanted one of these Hamilton pocket watches for a while. Let's go ahead and open it up. You guys can get a look at what's inside. There it is. The Hamilton 99 2B. What a lovely movement. I've always enjoyed looking at this movement. As you can see inside, 21 jewels. A little dirty, a little bit of rust or something on a couple of the pieces, but overall this is in pretty good shape. Looks like it's locked up there. I do believe it runs though. When I bought this wasn't, it just somebody had this and I didn't ask any questions. The price was right, so yeah. Adjusted for temperature in 6 positions. I do have a new mainspring for it. I don't think I have to order any parts. So we should be all right just getting this cleaned up and picked over, regulated. Should be good to go. I do want a different case for it. That is another story for another time. I'm going to go ahead and take the hands off here. Come on. And then we'll get this out of the case. What I do like about this case is I think that's actually still the glass. Or a glass. And not acrylic. I prefer acrylic though. I'd rather something get scratched and cracked and not shattered into a bunch of pieces. This is a lever set watch. You have to put the little lever there, and now you can set the hands. Nothing to it. Click that back in. Get all the hands lined up. Now this is an enamel dial, so I'm not as worried about protecting everything, but it's just good practice too. Get that little sheet down there. Well, those are magnetized. I remember watching a training video once, and the guy said, "Oh yeah, don't even worry about taking off the seconds hand. Just take the dial off, and it'll come with." Which might be true, but I'd rather not. That one was down there pretty tight. I couldn't get the little dial sheet underneath. Dial's in great shape too. That is outside of the microscope. I mean, that's in really good shape, as you can see. If you're just looking at that, that will work just fine. Don't worry, this isn't a gold case or anything. It's not super fancy. What do I want to use for a screwdriver here? Let's try this. Let's try this. There we go. This video, I'm just going to be taking this apart. I've got my cleaning machines out in the other room, and that's quite a longer process. And then eventually I will get this back together, get the new mainspring in, and show you guys the finished product. Okay. You know, I don't know why I put this cover back on. You can click the stem out. And that comes right out. Look at that. Hey, maybe once I find the case I'm looking for, maybe I just sell this one. It's in good shape. It's not what I prefer. So if you need a Hamilton pocket watch case, let me know. I've got other stuff I need to get up for sale too. If I can just talk here while I'm doing some of this work. I might have to just start getting stuff on eBay. That's going to get the most eyes on what I have. But I'd really like to just be able to sell them privately and independently of that. There's the dial off. There's 3 dial feet on this watch. I'm just making sure to tighten these screws. Just tighten them back up. That way they're not going to fall out when this plate gets in the cleaner. I do have a little holder here. Just something to set this on. But for the dial side, I'm just going to let it sit here. Why not? This is my first time seeing inside of this particular watch. I had not taken the dial off before or anything. There's just a little bit of corrosion on the end of the setting lever there, but that's to be expected. Some old oil there. So somebody has worked on this before. Obviously, given the age of a movement like this. That's not surprising to me. Hold on, I gotta get a little more light here. The main thing I'm looking for right now is just cracked jewels. That'd be the biggest issue for me. Obviously rust, which I'm not seeing too much of. Overall, it looks pretty good. We're going to take off stuff on the dial side here. Let's use the... See if I can't use the fancy tweezers here. Tweezers? Screwdrivers. I was looking at a pair of tweezers right next to my screwdrivers as I said that. So we're just going to take this apart and lay it all out. And then after the video, I'll get it all put into the basket. Work on all sorts of cleaning. Also, I am filming this, or recording this, whatever you want to say, on, it's New Year's Eve. It's December 31st. So I don't know exactly how much I'm going to get done today. I've got some other stuff going on too. But if you're watching this, hey, Happy New Year. Hopefully you have some nice, big, ambitious goals. Some lofty ones, some within reach ones. That was a ambitious grab of a spring right there. I'll tell you that. But no, everything looks clean in here so far. Nothing I'm too worried about. I remember working on a watch similar to this once, and those two wheels, I could not get the right size for the one that I had. It took me the longest time. I had to order like 3 or 4 different sets. Cannon pinion seems okay. Fairly tight. You didn't just see me use tweezers to do that. Again, I'm not seeing anything cracked as far as the jewels go. Nothing looks super of concern. That's a good sign. Again, I just love the work done. The machining, what do you call that? The damascening? Whatever it's called. I don't know the names of all that stuff. I know there's these different patterns, all have different names. But I think that looks pretty dang clean. Get this balance out. Actually, before I do, let me just check something real quick. All right. Come on. Not loose enough. I forget these screws are ginormous in here. Also, that was all fully off camera. Anyway, I was just taking out the balance screw there. The wheel itself seemed pretty steady in there. I don't feel like reading that number upside down, but I'm assuming that that matches with the... There are a couple of screws loosened with no washers underneath them. I'm going to leave it alone. I haven't had a chance to even run this yet. Something was locked up on here, which... It's running backwards. Maybe the last person to have this unwound. Maybe they hit the click. Where is it? Oh. Forgot what watch I was working on. It's right there. That's just... When you unwind the mainspring of the barrel, sometimes you can get a little bit of that. Take that pallet. Get that out of here. Looking for the general pocket watch where they get the click buried inside, and there's a little hole in the side that you push a pin through. Very annoying, in my opinion. I've got this microscope. I should be looking through it. Yeah, this pocket watch here. I mean, in all reality, I don't need a pocket watch, but this is one of those ones that is the exception to the rule. Okay, that unwound or rewound a bunch. That's a good sign. That rebound there. I'm gonna get a closer look at some stuff inside here now. Trying to get all sorts of fun shots and angles for you. That looks a little wobbly. I'm wondering if something's just bent on I think something on the escape wheel in the teeth and the feet, whatever you want to call them. I think something out here is bent. Because this is pretty solid. It's got a little bit of up and down play, but not much, and it's not wobbling all over the place. Did anything else kind of look wobbly? Here's my... See the other 3 gears there? Those all look fine. Yeah, I think the actual wheel on the escape wheel is bent out of flat, whatever you want to call it. So I'll have to get a look at that. Maybe I'll replace it, but if that's just a simple just bend something, that shouldn't be an issue. Maybe use a truing caliper or something. Okay. I keep wanting to move the microscope out of the way so I can reach around it. Hold on, I'm going to take out the ratchet wheel first. Now, it's been a minute since I've worked on one of these. That shouldn't be rotating like that, should it? I'm going to see if I can use the ratchet wheel. You know, I'm terrible with part names. Hopefully I'm getting these right. If I'm not, just let me know. Don't be rude about it. One of the parts that I skipped when I was teaching myself all this. More important for me to know what a piece looked like than what it was called. Okay. It's been forever since I've worked on a 99 2B that okay. I was checking to see if it was reverse threaded. That didn't appear to be the case. I'm going to try to lock this in place here and huh. You know, I might be able to leave that one in place and take this whole plate off. Take this whole bridge off. All I need to undo is that screw, honestly. That connects to the barrel. If I'm royally screwing this up, well, I'll have a good laugh about it. I will have a good laugh about it myself. You know, that's the setting. Okay. A couple screws to undo here. There is the setting lever. You can see it moving there. Loosen that up and that falls out. Easy as that. Okay, that screwdriver's too big for all these other screws. This one is just the right size here. What is this? 200? No. 1.6. 1.6. You think I would know that? Another red's 140. The gray's 160. No, this is 160. What is red? 120? I'm losing it. Yeah, 120. Gray's 140. So, in theory, nothing is holding this. Well, there you go. Nothing is holding it down. Kind of a messy extraction, but that works. Here's the setting lever screw. That looks just fine. All three of the screws, I don't know if you saw, but all three of those screws fell out and lined up real nice. Just right here. That's kind of fun to me. Okay, so this is screwed into a screw on the bottom here. I'm very unfamiliar with this. Right now, my brain's not recalling this. I think this is what lines up with the... This is where we actually get our winding power from, right there. On our winding pinion, that meets up with this one. The crown wheel, possibly. Why is the screw... Like, they don't want me to put this back in the case. Hold on. I'm going to take out the center wheel. It's so shiny. Oh, it's so shiny. I'm going to take out a couple of these wheels before I seriously break something. I'm going to put this plate back on. Plate back on. And I am going to stick this in the case. This doesn't seem right. Now there's going to be some Hamilton expert out there that's screaming at themselves. Or at me through their monitor. Same thing. I'm trying to figure out how else I meant to unscrew this. Okay, I maybe could have paid attention closer to this, but look on the side here, this is where the stem goes. And if I rotate the crown wheel, wait a second, it did it like twice. No, it's not doing it. Oh, probably because it's not. There you go, you can see it there. How in the heck do they want you to undo this? It genuinely can't be with the case, can it? What am I getting myself into here? So I'm just going to set this back in the center part of this case. Flip that upside down here. Of course, now I took out the yoke and everything holding that up. Hold on, I'm gonna try. I should just reassemble everything. That can't be right. Wow. I guess I'm gonna set that aside and I'm gonna do some research, some digging, some looking through some tech sheets that I have access to, and I'm gonna figure that out. Also, what interests me is look at all the machining finish on everything here. And then this is just a flat gray. Like they just brushed that. Doesn't have cool art on it or anything. Maybe you guys already spotted that. I noticed it, but I didn't really put any thought into it. That somebody might have been messing around with this. Okay, that moves up and down a little bit. That's just fine. I would call that pretty tight in there. Now, if I wanted to get real fancy, and I'm talking several layers fancy here, I would take a jeweling kit, bore this out and bore out the other side, and actually find a fitting jewel. Well, find a fitting jewel first, and then take it apart, or bore it out. There's no need for it. It just looks cool, and then I can say, hey, I've got a 23 jewel Hamilton 99 2B. Okay, if I hold this with my finger like this, no, that's not moving an inch. That's so strange. That can't be how that's supposed to be. Maybe it is. I don't know. I honestly can't say I have an answer for you. Here's the underside of that bridge. I do see a hole in there. Is there a tool that I'm supposed to be fitting onto that, and then I can undo the screw without damage to the teeth? I'm gonna set this down here. And we're gonna get real close. And in focus. That looks fine. This is just a bit of oil on this side there, it seems. Here. Again, I have that light down so that this screen above me here, as you can see, it gets very washed out. Yeah, okay, that jewel is fine. And that one's fine. Just checking for chips on the inside. Just making sure. Again, everything's looking clean so far. Here, maybe you... I wonder if I'm supposed to have a tool that goes into that hole. Which, in theory... Take like a fork tool or something. No, that's way too shallow. That's just going to make a giant mess. Yeah, I've worked on these before. Have I just always skipped that piece? Or is there something fishy going on here? There we go. There's underneath the click. Looks like there is just a tiny smudge of muck under there. That looks like that'll all come out though with the cleaning. So that I'm not too worried about. Now, the rest of the movement. Well, I'm just staring at the barrel here. It looks exceptionally clean, but also this whole ridge right here. Okay, wouldn't match up with that. Maybe it matches up with one of the wheels. Yeah, right along here, there is a bit of... And that's like in a perfect pattern too. Something on one of the wheels. Interesting, but then this side looks just fine. Again, it almost looks like it's too clean. Like maybe that got replaced. Where's my... Normally what they'll do is they'll put serial numbers on the barrels and on the bottom of the balance and various other parts. Oh, there's some dirt to get cleaned up. Backside of that. That says 37X. The end of this serial number ends in 37. I guess that kind of makes sense. That moves so smoothly in my eye. But again, I've got issues with the escape wheel there, having that little wobble to it. Well, hopefully this was a fun chat for you watching this at home, or wherever you may be watching this. Let me know where you're watching this. That'd be kind of fun to see. And also make sure you guys are subscribed. I would really appreciate that. There you go. U.S. government. Whoops, look on the back side of the jewels here. Oh, actually, this isn't going to affect the timekeeping at all, but the outside of that jewel, I don't know how well you can see that, but just a little bit on the outside of this is flaking off. Do you see those little pieces there? Wow. Yeah, just a little bit crushed from setting that jewel, I'm guessing. And that looks fine. No issues there. Again, I think my issue here, take out the fourth wheel. No issues there. That looks, just on first glance, that looks as clean as could be. Here's where I've got my issue. I almost want to say it's bending instead of 12 to 6. For you guys, it'd be this way. It looks like it's maybe like 550 something. 558. Do you see it ever so slightly? Or maybe instead of being perpendicular, it's just a little, or I guess for you guys it'd be this way. If you're looking at my webcam there. The side that I'm holding with the tweezers here looks like it's lower than the side on the right here. And now I'm holding it, and now it looks like the side that I'm holding is higher than the side on the right. Now is it thicker and thinner, or is it... No, I think it's just ever so slightly bent. Truing calipers, I should be able to fix that. Side I'm holding looks lower than the side on the right here. Wow. Just ever so slightly. I don't think that would be enough to make the watch not work, but I'm going through it. I'm doing all this work. I might as well do it all fully, as properly as I can, right? And again, I'm still not sure about this crown wheel on the bridge there. Might as well take out the pinion stuff here. Just fully did that off camera. It's fine. This little clip is what holds in all of the business here. Which way are you coming out? There we go. Sliding pinion, winding pinion. Still probably one of my favorite parts of a watch. No complaints here, how any of that looks. That all looks just fine. I'm going to get everything cleaned, and like I said, I'm going to do some more research on this plate, because that does bother me. Straighten out the escape wheel. And then we'll get this all back together. I'm going to get going, though. I think this has gone on far too long. Again, if you're watching this, thank you. I do appreciate that. I really, really do. Make sure you're subscribed if you want to see more content. Stuff for sale. I'm going to post some things here just on shorts probably, as well as on the Instagram page. So go check that out too. I think I would like to mostly sell stuff on the Instagram page before I go to eBay. All sorts of reasons there. I'm sure some of you know. But subscribe. Go check out the Instagram page. And stay tuned for more content. Thanks for watching. If you need a watch worked on, or if you need battery changed, new parts installed, some custom work, let me know. That's all I've got for watching. That's all I've got for watching. That's all I've got for today. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.